Everybody's talking about the Knicks because we're gonna go viral, and you either gotta love us or you gotta hate us. It is no in between anymore.
None.
My clown on ESPN, I heard you. We heard you. Candace Parker, you keep talking to us about us. You want some sympathy. You're not getting it. Stop playing with us. Listen, we're being very nice to you. Just understand that. We have a lot of comedians in New York. You better relax, Candace Parker. You're back at it again with this devilish material.
Yeah, let's see.
Candace Parker from TNT. You know what she said? That we can't win. Brunson ain't no 1A, whatever the hell she was talking about. And this is her response to that, revisiting. Well, I feel like, first of all, I love all Knicks fans, and I get it. Parker said Tuesday on a Zoom call from TNT. What I was alluding to was the fact that in the first round of the playoffs, Jalen Brunson, was the best player on the court against Donovan Mitchell. He was the best player on the court. And the second round, especially on the defensive end, Miami picked on him a great deal. And Jimmy Butler was, in fact, the best player on the court. And my thing was, basically, it was no slight on Jalen Brunson. I think he makes everybody better around him. I think he makes winning plays. I think what the Knicks have done in this trade in the season, that surrounded him with defense, which was something they struggled with last year, and getting stops against Miami in the playoffs. So that was my hot take. Now, hold on. Before we get to that, shout out to New York Knicks basketball on Twitter. They are amazing. I love them because they go and they'll get receipts.
Right.
They'll get receipts from anywhere.
Love it.
This is what she started with from the beginning. Listen, y'all, I'm a Bears fan. I get it, Knicks. Everything someone says, you take it personal. My comments yesterday have nothing to do with what I think about Brunson as a player. I think he's an effing monster. I love Villanova guards and Jay Wright. Hell of a season. Yada, yada, yada. The question was not can you win with a small player as your best player. Is can you win a championship with a smaller player as your best player? Everyone tweeting me stats. You are missing the point. That was my absolute favorite. Despite averaging 35, they lost to the Lakers. CP3, despite numbers, lost. No one since Isaiah Thomas has won as the best player on their team and also being the smallest. Steph sort of counts, but he's an anomaly. It's the same questions people had about free throws and can you win with your best player, Giannis, can't hit free throws. It happened, and people had to eat their words. All I'm saying is I hope Brunson makes me eat my words. Sincerely, a sympathizing Bears fan. You ain't getting no sympathy from me, Candace.
Me neither.
Loser.
Excuse my
I don't
language.
care how many championships you won. What are you talking about?
Hold on. This is why I laugh, right? And Becky Hammond, like y'all are professionals. Y'all played at the highest level. Everybody says it's a team sport. Once again, tell me our Knicks, do we have a dominant big man? Do we have, before we got the team we have now, do we have a dominant big man? Do we have any shooters, any snipers? Do we have any superstars next to him? Do we not deal with injuries? Did we ever have a 3-and-D guy that you need to win? Stop telling me what he can't do when he don't have the proper team structured around him. Can't nobody win if you ain't got the right team around you. LeBron got AD and he can't win. What are y'all talking about? Y'all see what Brunson doing now, right? So imagine healthy. You telling me right now, the way this team is constructed, healthy, they can't win a championship? If you say no, that means you're either a hater or you don't know the game. For one, y'all not getting no type of sympathy from me. Y'all can all kiss my you-know-what and go to HELL, all capital letters. That's a fact. Because y'all love to kick the Knicks when they down. Y'all love to hate on the Knicks for no apparent reason. But if there was any other player, if Trae Young, John Morant, Kyrie, Luka, if any of them was doing this in New York, y'all will be praising them and y'all will be saying this is a championship contending team. But because of Jalen Brunson and he's not flashy and y'all hate the Knicks, y'all do nothing but look, throw dirt on us. But listen, you can't keep us down, baby. You can't keep us down. All of y'all going to have to retract everything. All of y'all. All of y'all. And I can't wait to see it. I'm going to have my popcorn and my large ice water with lemon, and I'm going to watch all y'all retract everything. Because y'all starting to do it now. Becky Hammond, we still looking for you. Where you at? Where you at? Candace Parker fumbling and bumbling. Big shout out to Clyde. Look, now all of a sudden you leaving paragraphs on your platforms. Yeah, because you know. Yeah, Shaq, all y'all saying y'all lose subliminals. Yeah. We'll see y'all soon. Yeah.
How is it that she says Steph sorta? How is it that you have Allen Iverson there? You mentioned him, but failed to mention the fact that again, who was his teammates? We love AI. He was the people's champion and everything. The whole Eastern Conference, nobody had a chance against the Lakers. Why? Because it's Shaq and Kobe. You start there. Then you got Phil Jackson, one of the best coaches, if not the best coach of his time. He just finished coaching Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, so he understood what the Lakers would be about.
Hey, Fabian, see what they do on TV. You got to remember what I always tell you. This is why our platform is the best. No knock to nobody. We show love to everybody. We love all platforms. Like, to be honest, we real good guys. We support everybody. But we're not afraid to be wrong. See, they hedge they bet. So what they do is they're going to say no small guy won. When we could name how many small players got their team to the chip. Chauncey Billups was the best player on that Detroit Pistons team. I understand how great Rasheed Wallace is. Let's not forget Tony Parker won a Finals MVP. Zeke. So, once again, when they say it's only one, no, we can give you 3 or 4. Tiny Nate. These guys got there, bro. Being the best player on their team. They may not be the best player on that team as far as career-wise, but for that year, they was the best players. What are you talking about?
And you don't want to sit there and have a real conversation because, again, what I always point to is the top to the bottom. I bet you if Jerry Krause was running the Philadelphia 76ers, they would have surrounded AI with some damn talent. They would have known that, no disrespect, Mutombo, but we need a Rasheed Wallace over here. We need a Chris Webber over here. He needs a 1-2 punch. We need somebody to make the game easier for AI, which is what they're doing for Brunson right now. I just can't believe that.
Fabian.
Like, how do you not understand that you're sitting up there and you don't, again, you always attacking the players, and I disagree with you. I think Ben Wallace is the best player on them Pistons teams, and nobody talks about it. But once again, Ben Wallace was a 6'9" center. If it was up to them, he would have second round pick. No, matter of fact, he might be the best undrafted player of all time. Ben Wallace is the ultimate underdog. He's a 6'9" center in the era of big men.
Yo, let me say this, right? When you get there, that means you have an opportunity to win. You can win. You just lose to the better team. No knock on Curry, but these analysts forget that first year they won, Kyrie and Kevin Love was hurt. We see what happened the next year. Now, granted, Curry did win one on his own against the Boston Celtics. Got to give him credit for that. But let's stop acting like Curry is the only small guard that got their team to a championship. Win or lose. See, they slick on TV, man. They know how to word it to where they're going to look like they know what they're talking about. You're wrong. You're wrong.
And how do you overlook the fact that we're going to keep on saying this? Isaiah Thomas, Zeke from the Bad Boy Pistons, and Steph Curry, the number one thing about them has nothing to do with their game, really. All they ever talk about is the leadership.
Yeah.
AI don't even have, if AI had this kind of leadership, he would be like, it would be different. Because then all of a sudden, he's talking about holding other people accountable. Yo, I need this kind of teammate. I got to be honest. It's different. What Kobe Bryant ended up, because he didn't start off that way. It was a grown man's league. He was a kid compared to these guys. He had to change up his leadership style. Jalen Brunson has entered the league like that. Luka Doncic is on JJ Redick's show saying, JJ Redick asked him, was he great? Did you know he was great? Nah, he was nice.
Hold on.
I knew he was great.
Watch this. I'm going to take it a step further. And you know me. I don't mind the backlash. The year Cleveland won, isn't there some people that are saying Kyrie could have got Finals MVP?
Right.
That year, I'm not saying Kyrie's better than LeBron. I'm not getting into that. But let's stop acting like Kyrie ain't a small guard that got to the finals. And on any given day, he was the best player on that team, just like LeBron. And some people say he should have won Finals MVP. Let's have real talk, man. Let's have real talk. Jalen Brunson is that guy. And when the team, you need a team. Of course, a small guard can't get to the chip or win the finals if you don't have a team. If you don't have a shooting guard, you don't have a dominant center, you don't have a 3-and-D guy. Are you see some of these teams how they constructed? Do you see the Denver Nuggets when they won? Did you see Giannis? You have every position from 1 to 8. You got the superstar. You got the dominant point guard. You got a great shooter. You got a dominant big man. You got a 3-and-D. We just got that. But once again, they switched the narrative for them to be right. Once again, we just named about 10 small guards that got to the finals. And
but let's flip it, because you hit on something that we always talk about. Why is it that these guys that they put up on a pedestal, the LeBron, the Joker, Giannis, Embiid, who else? SG, whoever they got, Ant-Man, Tatum, all of a sudden, why is Jason Tatum afforded every season the last 5 years? How come he gets a pass every year? Jalen Brunson does not have that team. He hasn't had a team like that in 5 years. But every year, and I've been saying this, Tatum, oh boy, you know this. Tatum is soft. He's like Paul George. Why y'all excusing that? I'm watching ball, bro. Jalen Brunson ain't got that fear in him like that. If Jalen Brunson had Tatum's ability, he'd be the best player in the NBA. Bar none. No jokes about it. No. Why do you keep giving these people passes? But when it comes to our guy, you want to go viral, man.
You ready for this one? Stay with me. Watch this. Half these players can't win without a great guard. Did Kevin Durant win without Steph Curry? Did LeBron win without Kyrie? I'm just saying right there, great point guard. Even with Rajon Rondo with the Lakers. What about Garnett and them with Rondo? Do they win those chips without those guards? Come on. Let's talk. Y'all talking to a guy that love the game. I know. Does Giannis and them win without Drew Holiday?
We see what they look like without Drew Holiday.
Who was the one that been saying Denver ain't right without that boy Murray? Do the Joker and them win without Murray?
We know they don't.
So my point is,
but hold on, but that is it. The MVP, about your best player in the world is standing third. No doubt, salute you. You ain't nothing without Jamal Murray. Nothing.
No. Hold on, Fabian. None of them is nothing without that guard. Whether he 5'10" or 6'3". Put that in perspective, y'all. Put that in perspective. That's great. Hold on, Miami Heat. You know how many big shots Mario Chalmers hit? Once again, I'm not saying they couldn't win, but they needed those guards.
And how replaceable?
Hold on, Steve Kerr, big shots with Mike Paxson. I'm just saying. So stop making that argument for yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's all I'm gonna say.
I just don't like the excuse, man. I like you brought up Miami because we somehow forget D Wade's on that team. They're not going to the 4 straight finals without D Wade being there. Possibly, in my opinion, definitely the third best 2 guard of all time. Arguably, sometimes looking like the second best 2 guard of all time. That's my opinion. Different story for a different day. But the point is, why is everyone else afforded when this is y'all on TV and you always make an excuse? Well, LeBron didn't have the team this year, and AD. You mean the top 15, top 10 players in a lot of y'all book? Guess the excuse. What's their excuse? How much more do they need? How come Jalen Brunson doesn't need help? What are you people talking about?
Thank you. I'm gonna leave it at this note. Once again, all these great players that win all these championships, it might be 99.9%. They don't have those guards next to them, they don't win. Giannis don't win without Drew over there. LeBron don't win without Rondo coming over there. He doesn't win without Kyrie hitting a big shot. Boston them don't win without Rondo over there. Joker don't win without Jamal Murray. Let's call it how it is.
Steph Curry don't win without Klay Thompson.
Durant don't win without Steph Curry. Hold on. We can keep going. Tony Parker in San Antonio. We can keep going.
And Ginobili.
Kyle Lowry in Toronto. All I'm saying is stop acting like you don't need these guards to play their part. Please. That's all I'm saying. Don't get my words mixed up. I'm not saying these guards are better. I'm not saying you can't win without them. I'm saying they are vital parts to winning championships. In some of these instances we're talking about, you don't win without those guys. You don't. Denver does. Steve Kerr said it. The head of the snake is Jamal Murray. Boston Celtics, Garnett, and Pierce do not win without Rajon Rondo. They'll tell you that. So don't tell me you can't win with look at Jason Terry with Dallas. That series he had.